I know some of you tell me that Yasin is so negative about Canada. Why he is so negative? What the hell wrong with this guy? Well, that might be partially true, but my intention was never to bash about Canada, okay? I always try to present an alternative view to you that you may not be able to see through the mainstream financial media, okay? Because my target audience is an average investor, retail investor who's trying to save money and try to protect themselves against this crazy inflation that has been going on for so many years. And then you're basically losing your purchasing power. So I'm trying to give you an alternative view so that you can consider investing into any of those asset classes, be it real estate, crypto, stocks, or bond for that matter. But in this video, I will not talk negative about Canada. In fact, I'm going to give you a positive perspective about TSX index, the Canadian stock market compared to the US stock market. So let's get into it. Hey, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Yasin Nizami and I make these videos to give you an alternative view about the financial markets, the strategies, what's happening in the world with regards to finance and the money that you are trying to earn so that we all get better over time. Okay, if you get any value out of this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and put your comments down below. So today I came across this analysis from David Rosenberg. If you don't know David Rosenberg, he's one of the leading economists in Canada, managing his clients' multi-million-dollar portfolio across the US as well. So he gave us a very interesting perspective. He told us that given S&P 500 is a proxy to the US stock market, and it has been the gold standard for passive investing, because a lot of financial advisors that you talk to, they will say just buy S&P 500 and just sleep on it. Okay, contribute $500 every month and just sleep on it, and over time you're gonna get 6 multiple of that. Okay, that has been the strategy for the last 20 years, to be honest. But there's one problem. The problem is the S&P 500 is insanely expensive right now. Okay, at this moment in time, the valuations are crazy expensive. Okay, there is no denial on that. And at some point, the market expects there could be a potential correction or pullback. When it is going to happen, nobody knows. Okay, but the potential, the probability of getting a pullback is, I think, higher compared to the other option. Okay, so what David is saying is the TSX index, which is the proxy of Canadian Stock Exchange, is giving you a better option because that is more stable, that is not that crazy, insanely highly valued, and the potential of pullback on the TSX is much lower than in the S&P 500. And when it comes to dividend income, if you take a look at S&P 500, the dividend percentage on that is 1.3% versus on TSX, it's 3.3%. So you get 200 basis point or 2% difference in terms of the dividend income. Okay, that's a big difference if you have a significantly sized portfolio, and especially if you're in your 50s and you're planning to retire in the next 10 years. You should be putting your investment into something that is going to give you steady and reliable income stream. Because the S&P 500, or in general the US stock market, is very concentrated by the Magnificent Seven type of companies. So their valuation is much higher, so it is very risky to invest into it. So if you have been investing into S&P 500, I'm not telling you to take your money out. But if you're new to investing and you are considering investing into stock market, then at this point, putting your money into S&P 500 is much riskier compared to putting your money into TSX index. Rosenberg also tells us that the high prices in S&P 500 is risky, especially if those companies can't keep up with their massive earning growth. Okay, for Canadians, the TSX is more stable and balancing both growth and income. Plus, with TSX having a lot of resources and finance companies, it's a better position for Canadian investors who want less risk but steady returns. So, should you focus more on Canadian stocks? According to Rosenberg, yes, especially if you are looking for value and income rather than just high risk growth. But anyway, you let me know in the comment section, what is your strategy? How are you diversifying your portfolio? Because there are so many things that you can consider to diversify your investment strategy so that you can hedge against any potential downside risk. And at this stage, if you have capital to invest, I think putting money into TSX makes more sense compared to S&P 500, which is very insanely expensive, and the risk of getting a pullback is a bit higher. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and also check out the links in the description below, and also my newsletter that I sent out every week. If you are into reading about newsletter about these topics, consider subscribe to that as well, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and it allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later.